Hello, 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 my beautiful rebels. Hi, how are ya? Welcome back. And I'm here with another pick a card, and this pick a card is about who you will marry and when. Um, and you already know the drill with me. You pick a bow, whatever bow calls out to you, whatever bow feels right to you, and that's your pile. So one, I have the red bow, blue, purple, gold. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the red bow, okay? Hi, red bow. Hey, how are ya? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and grab my other cards for you. So you picked the red bow. Now what? Okay, so red bow people. The element that you chose is fire. Um, Yeah, I did the red bow on purpose with the fire. So, I mean, that really just is the color for fire. Um, and let's see. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, all fire signs, sun, moon, or rising, even possibly your Venus. This is for your spouse. Um, so your spouse is definitely going to be fiery. They're going to be passionate. They're going to be loving. It's going to be very hot and sexy. I always say that because I feel like fire signs are hot and sexy. They just are, okay? And that's just how it is. And we all need to accept that. but yeah, so they're definitely that the fierce love, you know, the fear, and they are fierce mates. They make really great mates too, especially spouses. I feel like. Um, so with the Sagittarius, the Leo, and the Aries, I feel like they all are kind of similar in a way where they're very action and results driven. So they're doers. They're people who tend to be leaders, definite leaders. These people are not followers. I have yet to meet a fire sign that is a follower. Um, and I feel like they are more dominant on the spectrum of people. Uh, I'm not saying this is a definite, but this is just what I've noticed and what I've picked up on, and especially with all my dealings with all the people I've met and my study of astrology, that I feel like the fire signs tend to be a lot more dominated and very masculine. I feel even if they are same sex orientated, they are very manly men or very womanly women. So it's just it doesn't matter. They're just very comfortable people in their own skin, and I think that uh, that's a super sweet quality, especially in a spouse. You want somebody who's always themselves, and somebody who's probably going to make you feel comfortable about being yourself. So yeah, I think that you have that in this spouse. Um, and let's see. So the card that I pulled for uh, your relationship is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So I'm not saying that the person you're with now is the person you're going to marry. Obviously, only you know that. But I feel like this relationship is going to ask you to have more faith. Maybe you're somebody who uh, has had to worry about people in the past, and so meeting them maybe 3 or 4 loop because you're like, hey, am I okay? I'm not used to being with this kind of person, or I'm not used to having this kind of attraction with someone. So I feel like this situation is going to call for you to have trust in not only this person as your spouse or your future spouse, but within yourself, and to call on you being super secure within yourself. Um, so yeah. Also, the next card that I pull for you is Love Yourself First. Your self respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I feel like you are probably someone who has had to go through a lot of things to get to where you are within yourself, within the way that you view yourself, see yourself, or mold yourself. Um, and I commend you because it can take a super uh, hard knock to really knock some self respect into someone. Like I know a lot of people who have had to go through some pretty tumultuous things before they realize that they have to love themselves first before they attempt to love other people or give love to other people or even able to properly and healthily like receive love from other people. So I feel like you're someone who has probably had to go through some things and has developed a very healthy sense of self-love, um, and self-care, which has led to self-respect. And as a result, you are way more romantically attractive, especially to people. And I feel like fire signs tend to be really confident. Sometimes they can be cocky, but most of the time they're confident. And I feel like as people who are confident and even sometimes cocky, they're more driven to be attracted to people who respect themselves and loves themselves and puts themselves first and takes care of themselves, because they want somebody who probably kind of mirrors that same healthy amount. And it's super important because the more you take care of yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you respect yourself, the more you're going to love and respect your partner, and ultimately your spouse. So on that note, the card that I pulled for when you will marry is the Three of Pentacles. And again, I just pulled this card as a time source. I didn't really pull it as like any part of the relationship. Um, and the way to look at this is Pentacles is like years. So we got the Three of Pentacles, so 3 years. And it also is winter. It's a winter card. Pentacles rule winter as a season. So 3 years, maybe in the wintertime. Okay? But definitely I would take the three in account. Um, and yeah. So I feel like you are somebody who is going to marry a Leo, Sag, or Aries, a fire sign. Um, and this is probably after you go through some things. And not only are you going to put trust in this relationship, but you're probably going to be more able to put more trust in yourself, um, and in your self knowing and respect yourself. So you're going to be way more attractive to this person. And I feel like this is what's going to lead to them realizing that they want to marry you. Um, so yeah, and definitely, like I said, 3 years. It's probably when you're going to get married. And I pulled a Moonology card for you to see where your emotions are going to be at. And for you, it is bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So I like this. It's saying bring love into the situation. When you get married, you want to bring the love, definitely. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that new moon in Aquarius is super sweet and it's extremely intellectual. So this could be somebody who you get on in a wide array of areas. And you kind of want that when it comes to a spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like you want that in a spouse. But I feel like, yeah, this relationship is not only going to be hot and sexy, but with that new moon in Aquarius, I feel like it's going to be very mentally compatible as well. Okay, so it's definitely going to be sapiosexual, which is stupid. I know the people say it. It's when you're mentally turned on before you're physically turned on. So that could definitely be the case. But like I said, I feel like with fire signs and people that they're attracted to, they're definitely feeling the heartbeat in the groin area. But yeah, that's not all it's gonna be. And I'm gonna pull you a Starseed card. And the Starseed card I pulled is Inner Alchemy. Inner Alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. So maybe this is going to be a person that you meet who you are a little bit afraid of, or who makes you recognize some things within yourself that make you feel a little afraid. But I feel like this card is just saying, you know, all the things and all the feelings and all the emotions are within you for a purpose, and they create uh, they all come together to create this ultimate love. And even if you are afraid, um, you could react to that fear with love, um, and it'll take you to greater heights. So I really love that card. That's super cute. But yeah, so it fits. It really does. And when I think of alchemy, I really just think of like the perfect amount of everything uh, within. You know what I mean? Like just the right emotions, or just the right amount of emotions, just the right amount of intellect, just the right amount of sexuality, just the right amount of understanding and self knowledge, you know? So that's a lot for you to take in. Will you let me know if this resonated with you? Let me know if you enjoyed this. Talk to me down in the comments below. I respond. Like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Let me know. Either way. Okay? And I want you to have an amazing, amazing day. Love you. Bye. Okay, so we're moving on to pile 2, which is the blue. Okay, so hi, hi Bluebell, hi, how are ya? So the element that you chose is water. Ooh, yes, I put it with the Bluebell on purpose. It's the color that people think about when they think about water. Also, water, that it's, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, all of these very emotional and sensitive signs. Um, and the water is a great element. It ebbs, it flows, um, it's adaptable, and it's just very, very in tune with everything. Um, as a spouse, I feel like this is going to be somebody who is very in tune with your emotions, very empathetic with you. They might be able to just sense your mood, which I feel like water signs do that a lot. They can pick up on when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're irritated, when you're aggravated, when you don't feel like dealing with stuff. It's like they know. It's always kind of unspoken. Even it's weird in that way, but I feel like it's kind of cool in that way too. It's like they have like this emotional GPS. But yeah, I feel like water signs make good spouses. Um, they are very understanding, very sensitive, and also very like sexy in a way. I mean, there's just something about water as an element. It's just so mysterious. I feel like it can be extremely mysterious. I feel like Pisces is kind of like the psychic. Although I have met like Scorpions and Cancers who have pretty much been like on par with everything, but I feel like they're all kind of psychic, I guess. They're kind of all knowing when it comes to the inner workings or the inner alchemy. And I feel like it is definitely an element that you want on your team, especially as a spouse. Um, this is somebody who you would probably make a super great parent with you. Um, and when I think about water, I think about parents. But yeah, I feel like water can be uh, sometimes hypersensitive. It really depends on how evolved someone is. So be aware of that. And I feel like water as even like a spouse or a partner or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. But definitely this is about spouses. This is who's going to be your spouse. You're going to marry a water sign. So I feel like hopefully you understand how they work this is the elements of people who, when they get upset or they're dealing with things that feel like they're going on emotional overload, they may withdraw within themselves. They may take a break. They may want some solitude. They may want to be left alone. And sometimes that can create conflict with other elements who are more confrontational or like to yell it out or whatever. I feel like water is that one element that just, it kind of wants to go off on its own and be left alone to deal. And then when it's ready, it'll come back and be like, look, this is what I feel, this is why, and I just wanted to tell you. But yeah, I feel like water is definitely kind of different in that way. But yeah, I love water. It's a good element. So for your relationship, I pulled make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like this marriage um, is going to be one where I feel like the both of you are going to have to put forth the effort. Um, and I feel like effort's really big with water. Um, like really big in a way that I'm going to try and explain. Um, so it's not so much necessarily about what you say, it's more about your actions with water. They pick up on those like subtle cues and things, and they recognize things. And you can say things all day, but what you do is what's going to click in their mind, what they know that you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, God, I hope I'm explaining this well. But yeah, definitely. Um, it's all about them seeing you do the actions. And if they see that you put in effort, then they are definitely going to put the effort in as well. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with these signs, it could be either or. I feel like water is the element of maybe because it's water, it's almost like they aren't necessarily submissive, but they're not necessarily dominant either. They are, I feel like, as an element, they are both. And I know that might sound strange, but I feel like if you marry a water sign, you've probably dealt with a water sign before, or a couple of them, maybe all of them, and you recognize that it's not all hard and it's not all soft. You know what I mean? Like, they're a little bit of both. Definitely a bit of both. Um, masculine and feminine to the side. I feel like this is an element that's all about duality, and exercising that and understanding that. Yeah. Um, and the next one I pulled is give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So like I said, I feel like this is a, a marriage where you guys are both going to have to make the effort before you really see that this could be something great. But there's nothing wrong with that. You want to put forth the effort. You want someone else to put forth the effort. Like, you want to feel like you're standing on equal ground with somebody, and you also want to feel like you're not just giving. You want to feel like you're able to receive from your spouse. And I feel like once you guys understand each other in that way, and you guys recognize that you're both not just givers, you can also receive from each other equally, and without feeling like imbalanced, that the effort is gonna, you're both gonna just start to make that effort seem really effortless. And I feel like that's really what's gonna push it to that point where you feel like, I feel like we could be life partners. I feel like we get on and make great spouses together, create a great home base together. But I mean, I just feel like there's just so much here that would be positive. Also, when it came to when will you get married, I pulled a card. Now, I'm just using the card as like a time reference. I'm not using the actual card. And I pulled the Eight of Cups, which cups is water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer anyway. And it's cool because this is the water element, though. But yeah, so cups, I feel like cups are months So 8 months, definitely 8 months in the summer. And that's what cups is, summer. So yeah, so 8 months is probably when you will get married. Um, but yeah, but not just 8 months from today, but whenever you watch this video, maybe 8 months from then. Um, yeah. Also, the card that I pulled, the Moonology card, is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So I feel like this is going to be, like I said, one of those relationships where it's new, it's fresh, and you meet and you both, you're kind of probably like, maybe in the back of your mind you're thinking this could be that one, but then you both start to put the effort in and you're like, look, I don't want somebody who just takes from me, I want somebody who gives like I do. And you both come to an agreement, you both start to understand each other, and bada boom, bada bing, you realize what this could be, what it's going to lead to. And, I think that that's awesome. Also, I'm going to go ahead and pull a Starseed card for you guys. Can I get a Starseed card? Oh, okay. Blue star, follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. Okay, that was kind of deep. It was kind of nice though. I like that. I like that a lot. So let me know if you enjoyed this reading. Let me know if you feel like it resonated. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know what's up. Talk to me, okay? And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Moving on to 3, which is the purple bow. Hi, purple bow. How are ya? So, purple bow. Let's see. For you guys, I pulled Earth as the element. So, Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Hi. That is going to be who your spouse is. And I feel like with the Earth energy, it's all about that security, that stability, that sense of materials, finding security within the material world. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're gonna need stuff. But yeah, definitely. I feel like they're also very sensual signs, so they're very senses based. I feel like earth signs are very into like taste, touch, smell. But I feel like water's like that too. Like they're very sense orientated people. And I feel like the earths are such sensual people. They're all about that good sense of taste. They tend to have very refined palates. And very, very friendly, down to earth energy. As cliche as that sounds, they're very down to earth, and easy to get on with. Um, I've rarely met an earth sign who was overly abrasive, but they're out there. But there are a few. I've met a couple. But for the most part, like I feel like earth is so easy to get on with. They don't want confrontation. And I feel like kind of almost the same way about earth as I do about water. Like I feel like there are people who want to sit back and maybe come together and talk it out instead of fight it out. They're not those people. I feel like they're all about keeping the peace and keeping things relatively calm and smooth, even if it is just on the surface. But I feel like they're not necessarily shallow in that way. They just do it because if it's calm on the surface, it's going to keep them calm on the inside. So they want to stay as steady as possible, I feel like. And I don't really see anything wrong with that. As long as they can openly express themselves and open themselves up to feel that vulnerability, I feel like they will be able to resolve any of their problems, and you will be able to resolve any problems with them always. And that's super important, especially when it comes to a spouse. You want somebody who's going to try and work it out with you and work through things in a very adult way. So, yeah, that's definite plus. So the romantic angels I pulled for you guys is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And so I feel like this is a relationship that's going to force you to disconnect. Maybe to not be in your digital universe so much. I mean, it's just we're of that day and age where everybody's kind of married to their phone. And how are you ever going to find a spouse if you are just have your face in your device is at all time? So I feel like this is a relationship where instead of having your face in your devices, you're going to put them down, put them away, cut them off, maybe cut them off, and look into each other's eyes and actually recognize that and just disconnect from everything and everyone else around you, like your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, all your Twitter, no tweets. Like, I feel like this is going to be that relationship where you just want to disconnect from everything and everyone and just know that you matter the most to each other. And I think that is a definite bonus in a relationship. Like I said, I feel like it's such a turn on when somebody can actually have a conversation or a meal with you or go out on a date with you or come home from work, and instead of being with a partner or a spouse who's just in their phone, in their own little world, they create a world together where they are together and they matter the most to each other. And the next romantic angel that came out was true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So like I said, I feel like this is a relationship where not only do you disconnect from everything outside of you guys' little bubble, because I feel like that's what earth signs will do, is they'll make a bubble with you. And is everything safe in the bubble, And, with everything else on the outside of it. And you're going to recognize that this is that person that you want to marry, that you want to be with forever. And that is you guys are going to have like that romance that maybe they sweep you off your feet because they are so disconnected from everything else that the world is just so into. I feel like there aren't a lot of people like that left, the true originals, but who are very present and in the present moment, in the now, who are open to things, who are open to love. And I think that that's super awesome, especially when it comes to a spouse. The card that I pulled for when will you get married, like I said, the regular tarot cards I pulled out are just for a time reference. And Pentacles is years. And this is the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're going to marry this person in 7 years. And Pentacles is winter time. I don't know if you'll necessarily get married in the winter. Maybe you meet them in the winter. But I definitely feel 7 years from now is when you marry this person. It could be sooner. I don't know. Like I said, this isn't a personal reading. This is general, and I'm reading for like a collective amount. So I hope it resonates as much as possible. But if it doesn't, don't be mad at it. Your Moonology card that I pulled is time to take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So along with that retreat card, I feel like this is definitely a relationship and a marriage that is going to make you feel like you can breathe with each other. I mean, it doesn't mean that you won't feel the chemistry or attraction or even that sexual spark with them. Quite the contrary. I feel like this is somebody who is going to make you feel like not only do you feel those things and connect with them like intellectually, spiritually, sexually, Mentally, I feel like this is somebody who you could just take a breather with and have some comfortable silences, um, and not need to be doing something, or just being out around a bunch of people, dealing with a lot. This is somebody who you could just Netflix and chill with, or just chill on the couch and you're both reading books. Like, it's that person you feel like you can catch your breath with. I feel like this is that marriage where you just have such an understanding for each other's idiosyncrasies and different ways of being, and what makes you both feel at peace within yourselves and with each other, that you just, it's like you find a peace together that is just makes for an incredible marriage. Um, and I'm going to pull you guys a Starseed card. Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. So one of you could be a healer. And even if you aren't a healer and you feel like that's weird to come out, or it's just a weird card, know that your presence can just be healing to certain people. You know, maybe you're a healing presence to your spouse, to this earth sign. Maybe they find this, you are their ambassador of calm. You generate and you ooze this healing energy, and that's probably why they're super attracted to you. Again, let me know if you enjoyed this reading. Let me know if it resonated, and give me a thumbs up on this video if you really liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Talk to me in the comments down below. I respond, and thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye. Let's see. And here we are with the gold bow. Hi, gold bow. Hi. How are ya? Welcome back. And if you picked the gold bow, then you picked air. So air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Hi. So that will be your spouse. That is who you're going to marry. And I feel like the Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra energy is just this super light, airy. And I always say that about air signs. I feel like they're light and airy. They're just so bubbly almost. And always, it feels like they're always so friendly. And I feel like that is what definitely attracts a lot of people to them. They probably get on with a wide range of people, have a lot of different friends, maybe from a lot of different countries or cultures, or even maybe they are from a different country or culture, or you. I feel like this is somebody who knows a lot of people, um, and definitely that's probably like they have like this magnetic way of being around people, that draws them in. And I feel like this is somebody that you felt completely magnetized to. So I feel like this is part of what attracts you to them. Also, I feel like air is just like this super playful energy. Like this is somebody who's going to have like this verbal rapport with their spouse, and it's going to be extremely witty and intellectual and kind of sexy. Um, I feel like this is definitely a spouse who you and probably them gets turned on mentally and intellectually before you're even a smidgen of sexually attracted to them. I feel like it's all about the mental stimulation first, and just a meeting of the minds is part of what turns them on to you. And maybe I think if this is your spouse, I feel like you are super great at the witty repartee yourself. And you're probably very quick, very sharp, um, and very present, and friendly yourself. I feel like this is going to be probably a relationship where you're both super friendly and you get on, like I said, you probably both get on with a huge wide range of people. Also, I feel like it can definitely be like a sexy pairing. I definitely feel like it's a sexy pairing. Let's see. So the romance angels that I pull for you are to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So I feel like you're somebody who maybe was in a relationship where you felt like you were kind of tied down or tied up in a way. And I feel like this is somebody who probably made you feel freer than you had in a relationship with another person. Also, I feel like this is somebody who is going to, instead of making you feel like you got a ball and chain, they're going to make you feel like you got freed up. Um, so that's a huge plus. Also, the second romance angel I pulled is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, like I said, I feel like this is somebody like them or you could be culturally, religiously, racially very different from each other. I feel like this is somebody who is not in your normal, like they're not your normal type. If you maybe see a pattern in the relationships you had before, and that's probably what's part of what's really going to draw you to them as a spouse. Um, and I think that's cool. A lot of times we don't give certain people a try. Maybe they're a different religion, maybe they have a different background, maybe they're just so different from you that you never really opened your mind or your heart or your soul to the possibility of being with somebody who's very different from you. Maybe you felt like you always had to be with a certain type of person, whether it's like familial pressure, religious pressure. I feel like society puts a huge amount of pressure on people when it comes to being in marriages. Um, Maybe you yourself could be in a culture where it's usually an arranged marriage. Or that could be something that they were used to as well. And you both just decided to be like, look, no, we're gonna old school it. We're gonna love it up. Um, but yeah, I feel like this could be that, or this could, in a way, also be the total opposite. This could be that arranged marriage that you thought you never had. I mean, it could be either or. It's all about opening your mind and your heart to the possibilities. So yeah. Also, the card that I pulled for when will you marry is the Two of Swords. Again, this is just a time reference card. It's not about the relationship. And with swords, it's all about weeks. And this would be 2 weeks. So I don't really think that this is your time frame unless you're about to be married in 2 weeks. If that's the case, congratulations. But I feel like, and the season that goes with swords is autumn, so maybe you get married in autumn. And like I said, it could very much be an arranged marriage. You could have, you know, maybe you're a mail order bride. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's so many possibilities to this. But whatever it is, comment down below and let me know. And the Moonology card that I pull for you is You Are Good Enough. Full moon in Virgo. And this is super huge to know and remember, just as a human being. Um, no matter what background you're from, what religion you are, what country you live in, what state you're in, what province you're in, it doesn't matter. You need to know that you, in all your glory, in all your spirit, in all your heart, in all your mental capacity, and all your energy as an energetic being here on earth having a human experience, you are enough. Period. That's it. And I am going to pull you a Starseed card. But I definitely feel like this is a marriage where they're going to know that you are more than enough. And I feel like you guys are going to supersede each other's expectations. And I think that that is an amazing thing, you know. So I'm going to pull you a Starseed card. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. So maybe you are a creative type and you love to create things. And when you're a creative soul, you just, you have such a way of watching things unfold. I feel like that card's awesome. I love it. It's so cute. I'm going to pull another one for you. Can I get another? Signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Okay, so maybe you have been seeing little synchronicities and little signs about this union and this marriage that are just unfolding in front of your eyes, and it's like you notice them, maybe tuck them in the back of your head, or you could be that person who's really open to it and like, oh, well, dang, okay, I see it. I hear you, universe. I hear you, God. I hear you, Allah. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you, Jehovah. Like, I hear you. Like, whoever it is that is your higher being, um, or entity that you worship, it's like they're sending you all the signs, all the signals. Just to make sure your eyes are open and that you're taking heed and you're noticing them, okay? Recognize the signs. You can't ask for signs without keeping your eyes open, or you won't ever see them. I tell people that all the time, but whoever you are, you're loved, you're enough. I feel like this could be a good thing. I feel like somehow this marriage is going to free you in a way. And I feel like it's a freedom that you have been waiting on, and I'm happy for you. I want to know if this resonated with you. I want to know your situation. Talk to me down in the comments below. Let me know what's up. Let me know if you like this. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Either way, I want to know. I want to talk to you. I will respond to the comments. And I hope that you are having an amazing day. Okay, sweetie? Love ya. Bye.